Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. I'm old school, but I keep it funky fresh, y'all. And this is deep, y'all. I'm from the deep, y'all. And what you get is what you motherfucking see.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mensch Event Podcast News. My name is Jaime, and what I'd like to do here is give my thoughts and opinions on trending news around the globe. And with that said, it's time. Well, the big game is around the corner. Doesn't that suck we can't say the actual game? Like, I got in trouble for it already on the last one. And it's like, you can't just say it. It's just lame. It's lame. And a lot of people are getting fed up with some of the teams that are going on, but some people say that there's also, I did an episode where I spoke about the Thanksgiving game. There's etiquette to that. Well, with this big game, there's also some etiquette that follows as well. So what I put together here is a little big game etiquette. This wasn't just like my list. It was like some people that I was reading an article and people were just saying some things that people should be aware of when they go to the big game parties, because I'm sure there's lots of them now that Swifties are involved. You're probably going to have a lot of interesting guests at this year's big game party. For instance, you can't have the bandwagon fans in the same room as the real football fans. This is going to be some weird energy. You're going to cause some weird static. There's going to be some weird friction going on. Especially when the person decides to get up during a big play of the game and stand up right in front of the TV. Maybe it's a big third down. Maybe it's just a big play, period. What if it was an interception? What if it was like the referee about to do a shady call for Patrick Mahomes? And this dude has to get up right now and go refill their wine spritzer. Yep, fuck that guy. That person should be in another room where the bandwagon people, if your children or if you're fortunate to have your children have another TV in house or have another TV in the house, you should set it up over there for like where the people that can get up all they want and just want to ask all these questions like in the middle of the game. Like, I wonder if this guy is like a good dad and stuff, or because you don't see him in the media for some of these things, like during the big game. Like, really? Like, we don't give a damn about that right now. We're trying to watch the football game and to see if there's some conspiracies going on. It's kind of wild. Also, if you're invited to the big game parties, you shouldn't bring a +1. Because you don't know who that person's going to be. Are they going to be that person that's going to put you on the spot where like, yep, he brought him. Yep, he brought him. He came with him. You're going to be that dude. You don't want to be that dude. You should always have big game etiquette. Also, don't be a douche. Eat the food. They put a bunch of food there for you to eat the food. Don't be the people that go to the party and don't even eat the food. You're going to be one of those people like, I already ate, man, so I ain't hungry. The game's like 4 hours, and that's the big game. It's even longer because of all these performances and like the whole thing to just get the game started and the anthems and all whatever the heck's going to go on with all this, all this new shit going on. The game's going to take forever to start. It's going to be a big fiasco. You got to eat the food. Don't be rude, man. Just eat the food. Eat the food. And a lot of speculation has been going around with the game being rigged. Is the NFL rigged? Are we watching WWE right now? Like, everything's been so dramatic. I got excited. My team got hot during the season. I was like, oh my gosh, are we going to be in the big game? And then the media was like, no, it ain't. No, they ain't. I don't even think it was the media. It was like my defense said, no, we ain't. I mean, if you watch the game, I don't think there was no rigging there. But it was just a bad game. But anyways, a lot of people have a lot of things going on since the Buffalo game. Even before the Buffalo game, there was like Super Bowls prior or playoff games prior. But it got really hot during this Buffalo game, during this right before everybody got like banned from TikTok, before TikTok got shut down. And everybody's like, oh shit, now I can't point at these videos, but they found a way to still point at them. They're still there. So, I mean, no worries there. But there were some controversial calls, weird first down placements. People was tripping. I mean, they're kind of bad. They were kind of bad. It was looking a little wild, especially when you see like the betting odds and when you see the Vegas thing involved. And this is why I think it got a lot of heat, because with the sports betting has been legalized, some sports arenas even have the betting booths like right there at the game. And so people thinking that this is having a pull and more of a pull on the outcome of the games. And it kind of looks that way sometimes when those point spreads are just about to get missed. And you find out, they hit right on the money sometimes, and you're just like, that was a little strange what just happened, you know. But you never know. This is a little crazy looking. This has been a conspiracy over the league since, like, I want to say before the 80s. There was a man that was an investigator and was just investigating this league back in the day because of betting. And he was talking about sports betting back then, and it was illegal then. And now you got it, and now it's happening like everywhere. You can just do it. They do the betting commercials like during the game, you know. That's one of the things that bothers me during football games is when you got all these commercials going on already, and then they decide to just throw one in there while the game's going on. They just picture in picture on there, I mean, they're already going to start charging us to watch the game. Maybe we should just probably, put a fee in there to get commercials out of the way. And like all the people that, pay for the commercials still make their money because we're paying to just not look at them. That sucks too that we're going to be on these, they're going to be on paid services now. That's wild. It's just wild to me. But could the game be scripted? Like I said, there's been people, investigating this game for years. There's been people saying that there was magnets in the gloves. All of a sudden they can make these miraculous catches with the gloves. And then if you didn't wear the gloves, you didn't catch shit. So people were always like, this game is rigged, But, lately I feel a lot of it is lean towards this sports betting. It's kind of wild. They suspended these referees just recently. There's a little, stories going on about that, and they don't want you to talk about it too much, because this is a really big bread basket. This is a big moneymaker, in the globe here. They're already talking about trying to add more games to the season to these guys that already have a hard enough time, making it through a full season. This is a physical game. These guys get smashed up. I mean, look at what happened to my team. They had 20 or 30 guys on the injured reserve trying to make it out to the end of the season. And some of the guys are fortunate to make it there. You got the Philly and Kansas City going out there. And some people are like, oh, here we go again with these two teams. And, then they're even annoyed because Taylor Swift's involved. And I think, if the Chiefs are favored to win and the refs are going to help them, the Eagles are a really good team. All right? Saquon Barkley is a madman. The quarterback, Hurts, is a madman. Their defense is good. This team is going to be good. The Chiefs are good. But I don't think, the referee's going to have to do some work. Because if Saquon Barkley gets hot, and starts running all over the place, all over Kansas City, the camera's gonna be more on Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce during this whole game instead of watching the actual game. Come on, man, we want to see Philly play, and the camera's gonna be filming Taylor in there crying in the box. That'd be some great epic size memes. Them memes are gonna be way better than the Jordan crying meme if Philly just smashes the Chiefs on the big game day. But we'll have to see, or the referees do their super magic and the game is rigged. But are all sports rigged? What if that stuff comes out to be true and a lot of things could change? Ticket prices, could probably drop. Even if we don't believe it, we should probably still say we do. And we could probably get all these ticket prices to go down because we could treat it like it ain't real. Oh, great, another game's going on. Somebody leaked the script on this one. And, we could probably get our ticket prices dropped. You never know about this. We should look into this. We should unite. Well, this has been another episode of Ment Event Podcast News. My name is Jaime. Till next time, see ya.